Hello, everybody.
Okay, we are making
We are going to be getting started here shortly. Going to be welcoming our pregnant mamas. Dr. Krista, how about you pop in and scare me like you did?
Hi, everyone.
We were getting this all set up, and all of a sudden she came from. Do it.
I just was leaning over.
I was like, oh my God. I was concentrating really hard on like typing our little phrase up at the top, and all of a sudden I see this person come behind me. Oh, I hope you guys get a little laughter out of this once you join here in a minute. So we'll get started in a couple minutes.
Make sure to comment below whenever you. Oh yeah, make sure to comment below so that we know you're here and that you're listening.
Yes.
And enjoy all of the content that Dr. Carly's about to share with you.
Yay!
Okay, have fun. Do you want this open or closed?
So, right now I am just talking to myself, waiting for our peeps to come on. We got on a little bit early so that it would give us a chance to get everything set up. And I'm going to just play around. We can open live questions, create a poll. Oh, that's fun. Let's see. Dr. Krista joined, yay! Okay, it's 6:30, so everybody's probably getting ready to pop on here shortly. And yay, hey Danielle. Aw, thanks Danielle, you're the best too. I can't wait to give that little baby a sweet little kiss after all this is calm down. Let's see, what questions? Hi Corey, you joined our live video. Do you want to learn all about pregnancy? So I'm going to start with some fun facts on my pregnancy. I was 10 days late, due June 19th, and Jasper was born June 29th. So we'll circle back to what I think about due dates. Hi, Charisse. And I went through about 60 hours of labor, but only 3 of them was active labor, and about 45 minutes of pushing. It might have been less than that. And we gave birth to Jasper at home. I did spend a whole week upstairs. Hi, Chanel. To rest and recoup per our midwives at Seven Cities Midwifery to their request. So I spent a week upstairs, did not go downstairs for a whole week. I was very blessed to have Roy and my mom be bringing food and hydration and water and ice packs. I can never have too many ice packs post-delivery. So be sure you get on that. And actually, I will post some recommended ones on our Facebook page. Lots of things are going to be posted on our Facebook page, actually. And it was really great. Some people were thinking I was going to go stir crazy for spending a whole week up in one area. But it was very intuitive to taking care of baby Jasper and just spending that time bonding. And yes, push presents are a must. They are amazing. So it was, very intuitive spending the week with Jasper in our bedroom. And then literally a week to the day. It was like 10 p.m. on Saturday. He was born at 9:54 on June 29th in the evening. And to the day, I walked downstairs very slowly. And they said, okay, so for that first week, you really should only be going downstairs once and upstairs once. So we did that for another week, and then slowly, twice a day, went upstairs once, downstairs once. And once you got downstairs, it was pretty easy, but we were able to relax and also, hi Amy, thanks for joining us. Able to relax and, not do a lot of things. You do not want to be washing dishes. You do not want to be doing laundry. You don't want to be cooking. You need to be sitting and resting. Your pelvic floor will thank you in, immediately, let alone 10, 20 years from now. I'm also going to post, actually I'm going to make a note of all these things that I need to post. The pelvic floor therapists are really, really, really critical. There's a lot of great pelvic floor therapists in our area that I would highly recommend seeing at your 6-week postpartum check. You can just request your OB to give you a referral if your insurance covers that, and some pelvic floor therapists will do home visits, but it's something that is very much lacking right now is women's health, and especially pelvic floor health post-delivery. So it's something that you do not want to be waiting 20 years to get around to doing. You want to get all that checked out, make sure that everything is as structurally sound as possible so that you can not have random pains or issues later in life. So we're going to talk, I'll tag some of our local pelvic floor therapists. They have some great Instagram accounts as well. So anyways, that was a little bit about me, and we have some awesome attendees at this point. And so really want to start out with how amazing and empowered you guys should really be feeling. Your body is creating a human being in 9 months from 2 cells with no outside thought. It knows exactly what to do, and it's doing it perfectly and beautifully and innately. There is an intelligence that our body has been given. It's what builds us, and we want to make sure that you know that you are absolutely amazing, and you should feel totally empowered in the way that you're able to create this life, and you have all of the tools and the ability to deliver this baby. And having resources is really, really helpful, because unfortunately nowadays we do not get to see birth other than on Hollywood, and Hollywood does not give that a proper description or experience. So we're not growing up on farms seeing animals go through the process and other mammals, or seeing our parents deliver at home or even go to the hospital and experience that with our parents. So it's a very mysterious experience for my generation and really my parents' generation. And so we need to really empower our moms and empower our daughters to know that they have the tools and their body is built and made to do this. So it is not a disease. It is a complete natural process. It should not be a diagnosis. It's something that we are meant to do. So the way that we come into play with chiropractic and the pelvic floor and structure within the spine, and allowing that to help allow the pregnancy to go smoothly, is allowing the pelvis to be in the proper structure, making sure that is free of subluxations, and there aren't any restrictions within the sacrum, restrictions within the pelvis that's going to pull on the muscles or the ligaments that are attaching to the uterus. And we have found through many different resources and research projects that this not only reduces interventions, but it also eases labor. It helps support mom and reduce the well, I already said reduces interventions. So so we do this by utilizing the Webster technique, and this works with specific structures within the pelvis to provide pelvic symmetry. We are not doing anything with uterine constraint. We are not, many people search for the Webster technique when their baby is breached, but we do not do anything when it comes to turning a baby. All we're doing is providing pelvic symmetry, releasing that muscle tension, and then the body is able to do what it's meant to do, which is provide the optimum environment for baby and follow in its innate guidance of allowing baby to go head down. And there's other resources with spinning babies that you can also utilize if you have that breech issue. So when we're looking at the nervous system, we're also looking at how the muscles are firing, how the brain is communicating to the body, and the hormones that are interacting with the process as well. And chiropractic works with all of that. Works with alleviating that muscle pressure, helping to alleviate that round ligament tension. The uterosacral ligament attaches directly to the back of the sacrum. And one day when I am more efficient and effective with this whole Facebook Live and Instagram Live, I'll have some awesome little diagrams that I'll be able to screen share with you. So we're going to go through a couple things that we talk about is really, what is a due date? That drives me crazy. So we have a due date, 40 weeks, and then we have, well, you have to deliver by 42 weeks. That is your forced eviction date. The baby has to get out by that point. You'll be induced or however that process is. But you get to this due date, you get to a couple days beforehand, and you get really excited. You're like, oh, my due date's in like 2 to 3 days. This could happen any day now. Wow. Oh, exciting. And then you get a couple days after the due date, and you're like, okay, getting excited. And then about day 4, you're like, I could have 10 more days of this because they'll let me go until 42 weeks. Okay. It's totally messes with your head. Nobody tells you about the mental game involved with pregnancy. Pregnancy is such a mental game. Labor is such a mental game. And having some really, really great partners and resources to really help you with that mental game is so important. That's right, Charisse. Where is this baby? Now, a lot of times due date is based on a 28-day cycle. 28-day cycle is a textbook. 14 days, then you ovulate, and then if you don't get pregnant, 14 days later you have your period. Not everybody is textbook. Not everybody is a 28-day cycle. Not everybody ovulates on 14 days. So it's really important to know your body. Different ways to do that is starting to track your cycle. I know we're already pregnant in this workshop, but it's really important to track your cycle, teaching your daughters early how to track their cycle so that they can be empowered in understanding, are they anywhere between 29, are they 32 days, does it fluctuate because of stress? And there's a lot of great apps now that I didn't have as a teenager and young adult to follow and track my cycle. I had to do it on paper. But one of those apps is Clue. So you can look up that for your own benefit or possibly your daughter's benefit. And so I think and hope that one day we'll just have a forced eviction date. Just tell us the 42 weeks so that we can not have this mind game. And we just look for that date, and that's when baby comes by that point. So we all have cravings, and if anybody wants to comment what cravings they've had, I had to make sure that I ate before I went to bed. That really, really helped with nausea and lightheadedness and anxiety. Really, it was like if I was hungry, I would like just be up, like my mind was just spinning. And I did that by having some juices, like green juice smoothies in there, or coconut water that I could just drink really quickly. If I woke up in the middle of the night and I was starving and I didn't want to like make something. Or apples and peanut butter was really helpful too. That was like a super win. Help with the crunchiness, so I avoided potato chips. And making sure if you're craving sweets to have fruits around. And then if you're craving bubbles, then you want to make sure you have some soda water. The other important thing is when you're looking at how you're eating throughout your pregnancy, there's a great book, Eating During Pregnancy. It goes through every single trimester. Different foods for different nutrients, especially at the end of the third trimester, making sure you're increasing that brain food with the avocados and fish oils, and second trimester ramping up those calories. Let's see. So I'm sure on everybody's mind is this whole COVID-19. So another resource that I've already posted on our Facebook page are a couple pictures from Evidence-Based Birth. She is a registered nurse, amazing lady that provides such amazing podcasts that I listened to even before I was pregnant to really help navigate this whole world of pregnancy and give you some really good information to support you and help make sure that you are getting the proper information and not just the skewed information. Hi, Linda. So I was able to watch one of her webinars on the latest research that they have with COVID-19 and pregnancy, which obviously don't have a ton, but we take what we can get. So as of yesterday, or as of her last webinar on the 26th, which I watched yesterday, they have no evidence being published that there is vertical transmission. Vertical transmission means that it goes through the placenta from mom to baby in utero. There was one possible case that was not able to be confirmed, and it could have been an infected healthcare worker essentially, but the baby tested positive. A couple days later is when they tested the baby. They didn't even test the baby right immediately, so they have no idea when the baby contracted COVID-19. So it could very well have been a healthcare worker. And there have been no deaths associated with babies in COVID-19. There's been a couple preemies, and the moms are also seeing that there's no, as of March 17th, there were no maternal deaths per COVID-19. And then the World Health Organization showed that only 8% of the women that they've been able to study were showing severe reactions, and 22% of them were asymptomatic. 15 of the babies tested negative. They only have about 33 pregnancies that they've been able to research at this point. So no evidence of vertical transmission, and has not been found in the amniotic fluid, breast milk, or cord blood. So there's no, per what she was saying from what she found with her research, there's no reason to delay, to not delay cord clamping. So cord clamping is something that really helps with making sure the baby gets all of the blood and making sure that it reduces, let me scroll to my iPad, my PowerPoint real quick, sorry. So it allows baby to get full oxygen, and it increases blood volume, decreases anemia, and decreases the incidence of hemorrhaging, intracranial hemorrhaging from the baby. Normal clamping is 15 to 20 seconds. Delayed clamping is 30 to 60 seconds. This is not a huge delay in time that you're requesting of your healthcare provider. Now, if you wanted to go and do a whole lotus birth, which is where the placenta literally stays attached until the umbilical cord falls off, that's up to you. Do your research on that, but that could take a day or two usually. It apparently helps the navel heal faster. Jasper's umbilical cord was attached for probably a good hour, mainly because we were just laying in bed, They were able to examine him and everything. And his cut umbilical cord fell off within a couple days. It was super quick. So personally, I experienced some fast healing with allowing that cord blood to go into the placenta, or go into the baby from the placenta. But as for COVID-19, they have not found it in cord blood, so you can do delayed cord clamping. You can also still breastfeed. At one point, the CDC came out with requesting that moms not breastfeed if they are confirmed cases, but they actually, which we all know, the breast milk has antibodies. They are encouraging moms to breastfeed because it provides immune support for the infant during that period of time. I love all of these reactions. Oh my gosh, we have happy face, sad face, laughing face, angry face. I wish it told me who were saying all of those reactions, but anyways. Okay, so that's the biggest thing with pregnancy and COVID-19. There's no evidence showing greater risk, and all of concerns that you may have heard in the past month, couple weeks, are stemming from past experience of the other COVID viruses that are out there, which there are 7, and so they're just basing this on all past experiences, and right now there's no evidence that pregnant women have a greater risk of COVID-19, and there has not been confirmed vertical transmission. So hopefully that will rest assured you're, a little bit more relaxed during this time period. I can only imagine what you're going through. So now we're going to talk about some rights. There was a lot of uproar recently because some hospitals have told moms that they can't have a companion, which is completely out of your human rights. You legally are allowed to have a companion with you while you birth. It is completely up to you. Now, yes, our healthcare workers are our top priority, and that is the biggest thing that we want to avoid, is transmitting this virus and avoiding the spread for that. But when you have a companion, you have a 25% decreased risk of cesarean, you have an 8% increase of spontaneous vaginal birth, 10% decrease in the use of medications for pain, 38% decrease in the baby's having a low APGAR score, so a 38% decrease in the baby's risk of a low APGAR score, 31% decrease of being dissatisfied, and it actually shortens labor by 41 minutes on average, which is a lot in the grand scheme of things while you're in that moment. So that is some statistics with companions and companion in labor as a human right. All pregnant women, including those with confirmed or suspected COVID-19 infections, have the right to high quality care before, during, and after childbirth. This includes the newborn and the mental health care as well. So a safe and positive birth experience includes being treated with respect and dignity, having a companion of choice present during delivery, clear communication by the maternity staff, appropriate pain relief strategies, mobility in labor wherever possible, and birth position of choice. So these are all your human rights for labor. And all of this is posted on the Facebook page as well. So the best thing to do to really avoid transmission or avoid contraction and really help with this process while you're delivering at the hospital is to labor at home. I'm sure that the hospitals are already encouraging this for you, and to call you before you come, to call them before you come in and deliver. But while you're at home, you can eat some snacks, drink, make sure that you're staying hydrated, getting in the tub or shower, using your birthing ball, walk or dance, having your doula there, receive a massage, deep breathing, sleep or take a nap, meditation, mindfulness, affirmations. When you go to the hospital, if this is your first baby, then a lot of times hospitals recommend going when contractions are every 4 minutes, less than a minute of that last a minute, and go for an hour. So that's that 411 you might have heard about. And then obviously if your water's broken, heavy bleeding, or any fever, severe pain and fatigue. So if you do choose to go to the hospital without a partner, again, you can have some earbuds to listen to music, guided relaxation recordings, self-hypnosis. Hypnobirths is a great resource as well. Visualization, the tub, essential oils, vocalization, upright positions, birth balls, etc. So your rights during labor is to be free from harm or ill-treated, to have informed consent, and including the right to your choice of companion during maternity care. Then also, they do not have the right to turn you away if you show up to the ER while you're in labor. She did specify that from Evidence-Based Birth, that the federal law, the ethical and legal right to informed consent and refusal says that it's illegal for any hospital to turn away a woman in labor. So they can't kick you out if you decide to go there. So that's a little bit about the COVID-19 situation. Hopefully that helps with some of your reservations at this time. I know a few of you are birthing at home. And again, you guys are, your bodies are made to do this. You have the knowledge innately in you, and the body knows exactly what to do. You just have to listen to your body and have the support with your partner, and make sure we actually talk about stressors during labors, and sometimes it is stressful to have people with you during delivery, and so you sometimes have to ask people to leave, and it might be a blessing in disguise that you're having this ability to not have visitors right away and get a chance to bond with that baby, just you and your partner. And make sure that you're advocating for yourself, and some resources, the Birth Insight class. I wonder if this will, yep, okay, great. All right, sweet. So I just commented the Birth Insight class. Hi, Mackenzie. Is offering 50% off of their online classes, and then the Evidence-Based Birth is also offering an online course, birthing course, so that is some resources to take advantage of. And then on Instagram there is Positive Birth Company, there is Pregnancy Life, Inspire Pregnancy, Empowered Birth Project, Birthing Without Fear, Make sure that you're also joining our Wave of Life Mamas group on Facebook. Please, please, please. We will be posting lots of updates there as well. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this. This was pretty fun, very new, and lots going on. So it's hard for me to keep everything straight. But the pelvic floor PTs that I know is, let's see. I think I'm going to have to post those later on our Facebook page because I don't know those off the top of my head, but I will. So check out our Facebook group, and thank you for being on this workshop. We will see you at your next appointment. We are open here for you, and if you are choosing to stay home, which is fantastic, please, please do. We will be here when you want to come and get your essential chiropractic adjustment. And have a great Tuesday.